I now invite Mr. Lothar Pirc, Director, International Maharishi Ayurveda Foundation from the Netherlands, for his insightful comments. Over to you, Mr. Pirc.
Namaskar. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I would like to thank Indian government for organizing this wonderful event. And I would like to thank India, the land of Vedic wisdom, for sharing it so generously with the world. I have been one of the beneficiaries, working now for over 40 years full-time with Ayurveda. And as Prime Minister Modi said, Ayurveda has gone to the West. Now from the West, stream shall come to India back. So if you allow me, I will first give a little review of what I have done with my colleagues in Germany. And then I will come up with some ideas how to get more flow into India. This here is the center that I have founded with Dr. Karin Pirc 30 years ago at the invitation of the state government. It used to be the Emperor's Palace, and we have treated there more than 30,000 people with Panchakarma who had an average stay of about 10 days in the clinic. And we have seen tremendous curative benefits, just unbelievable. People who couldn't be cured by modern medicine have had tremendous help. My presentation was shortened, so will you please excuse me, I will skip some of the slides. The clinic has earned more than 30 prestigious national and international awards. And it was inspired by my teacher, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who together with the great family traditions of India has revived Ayurveda in its completeness in the early 80s. Here you see a picture of him with many of the Vaidya family traditions. And we have seen that Ayurveda is the most ancient and profound system of medicine. Also, it is holistic, authentic, effective, reliable, and free from harmful side effects. I think the biggest strength is that it's prevention-oriented, it's cost-effective, and it can also create collective health. We won't have the time to go into that today. And it's easy to implement. Maharishi had the slogan to create a disease-free society, and I'm convinced of what I have seen. If Ayurveda would be implemented right from kindergarten, that this could really be a possibility in our modern world. One of the great uniquenesses that when I'm asked by the press in Germany, what is the difference between Ayurveda and modern medicine, then we know from Ayurveda that all diseases come because of imbalances of the doshas. And these imbalances, they develop in 6 stages. And modern medicine, which has of course great credits, usually can, in spite of all the diagnostic methods that are available, modern medicine can usually detect diseases only when they have manifested in stage 4 or 5. And with the system of Nadi Vigyan and other diagnostic tools, if we really master it, we can detect the early stages of diseases and then minor adjustments in diet and some herbal preparations, some detoxification, yoga, meditation, giving us the experience of bliss, can really stop the growing of disease. And that is the great stance also to give knowledge to the patients about Ayurveda to inspire them for Ayurvedic lifestyle. This is one of many studies that our organization has conducted. And this is very significant because we know that many diseases today come because of environmental toxins, pesticides, herbicides, and heavy metals. And those environmental toxins have a half duration time of 25 years. And since these toxins are increasing through the food, the water, and the air, we have many factors that are influenced negatively in the chronic diseases with these environmental toxins. And this study shows that only after 12 days of Panchakarma, the control group had just a change in diet. They had organic Ayurvedic vegetarian diet. In the Panchakarma group, as you see here, they had an average reduction of 10 environmental toxins by 58%. So it's highly significant. Yoga plays a very important part, but yoga doesn't only mean the postures, but yoga is the state of the mind completely settling down and giving us the experience of inner unbounded bliss consciousness, the transcendental consciousness. And this is also something that belongs to Ayurveda. And we have with the technique of transcendental meditation, a wonderful technology that can easily be learned and easily be implemented. There are about 700 studies about TM. This study, just to show one, was conducted by the biggest health insurance company in the United States. They had 500,000 members, out of which 2,000 practiced TM. And they were comparing the costs over a period of 5 years. And they saw that the costs for heart disease went down by 87%, the costs for treating cancer by 56%, and nervous disorders even were reduced by 94%. These studies can also be seen in these collected papers, the 700 studies conducted in 350 universities in 27 countries around the world. One very important factor is also the healthy environment. And Sthapatya Veda, Vastu Vidya, is a very important part of that. And therefore, the new clinics that the Maharishi organization is going to build, they will all be built according to Vastu Vidya. That means building in accordance with the laws of nature, the directions in relation to the planets, the proportions, the building materials. And we have built many hundred buildings around the world according to Vastu Vidya. And if I may suggest to the Indian government also to consider for the health benefits to build the new building of this World Health Organization for traditional medicine, to consider also to build according to Vastu Vidya. There are quite a few scientific researches that show the benefits of Vastu, and I will be very happy to show that. This is a building that we are going to build at Maharishi European Research University in the Netherlands. This will be also part of the Panchakarma clinic that we are going to build there. Now coming to the stream of medical tourism to India. We have in Germany quite a few tour operators and thousands of travel agents who bring out catalogs and packages for people to go to India. And I was just talking yesterday to one of the leaders, Mrs. Wagner. She is a director from Fitreisen. They are one of the market leaders in that area. And she said before COVID started, they had about 2,000 to 3,000 people from Germany alone coming every day for every year for 2 weeks to India for Panchakarma. And now with the COVID, it has gone down, of course. And she said the main obstacle for the people now is when they enter India, in the travel guidelines, they said that 1% will be tested PCR test. And when they are found to be positive, they would have to go in quarantine. And that is the reason why many people are not going to India, just for you to know. Now, if you consider that this is only one tour operator sending every year about 3,000 people, I would estimate that every year at least 10 to 15,000 people will come for 3 weeks to India. So it's a good number. And seeing that the number of chronic patients is growing around the world, I think there's a very great future for Ayurveda. And we would also like to request the Indian government to help us in Germany and in Europe to get Ayurveda recognized. In Germany, Ayurveda has become very popular, and we have founded an umbrella organization for all the doctors' associations, the therapists, the clinics, the product companies, and all the different Ayurveda schools. And my colleague and friend, Mr. Mark Rosenberg, he's also in the hall. And we are amongst the 5 founding board members. And we are trying to get Ayurveda recognized by the government in Germany. We are working on that. And for that, we need also to get more support for scientific research. I know there is a lot of research done in India, But for the Western countries, it's very important that the research is conducted there. And we have good partners. And we are looking forward to work together with the Indian Embassy and High Commission. And we feel part of the family here, having come for so many conferences. And it's very great to meet you all here. And I really think that Ayurveda will become very, very popular. It will be the medicine of future in the integrative way with modern medicine. But for the first four stages of diseases, modern medicine really doesn't have to offer something significant. So Ayurveda can really help for the health of the whole world. And here's some websites for your information. And again, thank you so much for the invitation. Namaste.